Good morning, Dopey. Your favorite podcast. Now able to show.
Hello, good morning, Dopey, and welcome to another episode of Good Morning, Dopey, our deep yet shallow dive into the daily reflections. My name is Dave. I'm the host of Good Morning, Dopey, and the host of Dopey, and I'm joined by the host of Recovering from Reality, the author, reality show star, beautiful and brilliant Alexis Haines. Welcome back. What book should we be doing? What's that? Should I do that? What is that?
So, I'm currently doing a year of Courage to Change, which is Al-Anon. So I'm not, the greatest help, but I don't know. This book is kind of, the one that you read is kind of comical, so I think it fits for Dopey, but maybe next year you get a different one because
no, we're never doing this again. We're never doing this again. This was a terrible mistake. Like, this is what happened. Howie was like, I want to do YouTube stuff for Dopey, but I don't want to do a lot of editing. Can you think of something that you can do a lot of? And I was like, well, I never read the Daily Reflections, and there's 365 of them. And we started doing them, and immediately nobody cared. And after a month, I was just like, but like 150 people watch, and they care. So I can't stop for the 150.
If you're changing the lives of 150 people every morning,
that's a good day.
That's a good day. That
no,
actually
but what
goes
I'm saying
back
is,
to Daily Reflections from last time. We're being of service. We're doing a good thing. One day.
Check it out. 150 people is a good day. A bad day is like 80 people. Are we still good if it's only 80 people watching?
We're good. We're good if it's one person.
That's the spirit, Alexis Haines. Should we do today? Should we do today from Courage to Change instead of from the Daily Reflections?
It's a good one. We're talking about March 30th.
March 30th. Let's do it.
Okay. I like this. Ready?
Yeah.
When I heard that Al-Anon, this is Al-Anon, but it still applies.
Yeah.
When I heard that Al-Anon was a program in which we learned to keep the focus on ourselves, I wondered what others would think of me if I acted on this principle. Surely they would think of me as inconsiderate, thoughtless, and uncaring. These were the complaints about the alcoholics in my life. I didn't want to be that way. Instead, I tried to do things for others that seemed loving, generous, even when I didn't want to do them. Ooh, that's codependency 101 right there. I couldn't understand why I so often grew resentful after such actions. My efforts to be selfless by trying to please everyone but myself weren't working. The focus was on their response rather than on what seemed right for me to do. There was nothing unconditional about this kind of giving. My sponsor helped me to see that if I paid more attention to myself and to doing what I thought was in my best interest, I would be free to give without strings attached. Then I could truly be generous. Today's reminder, the Al-Anon program works when I keep my focus on myself, attend lots of Al-Anon meetings, and make recovery my top priority. As I become more fully myself, I am better able to treat others with love and respect. We are best able to help others when we ourselves have learned the way to achieve serenity.
That's nice. You know what that makes me think of?
What?
The classic airplane situation. If you're on the airplane and the ship is going down, you got to fucking put the oxygen for yourself in order to save the kid. And that's what Al-Anon's all about, right?
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because, obviously I'm a double winner, right? So, in my disease, I was selfish and self-seeking. And then in my sobriety, all of my, people-pleasing and codependent stuff came out. And so I had to learn how to find this balance between taking care of myself and being really clear on what I wanted in my life, and also living a life of service in a balanced way. And it is certainly not an easy thing to do.
No, it's a great paradox to keep what you have by giving it away. It's a great paradox to get better through service. But but that's the magic of the work. That's how we mine the limitless load. The limitless load is mined through that, by doing service without expecting, with giving it all away as soon as we get it. That's the limitless load. And I guess it's the same in Al-Anon or in because Al-Anon is addicted to people, right? Kind of.
But by giving it away, if we're giving it away with unrealistic expectations, that's when we get in trouble. And that's the Al-Anon piece.
Even if we give it away with any expectations, it's potential trouble.
I agreed.
All right. That was fun. Nice work.
It was good. Thanks.
We're also going to do the daily reflection now. Should we do it now or should we make it a separate piece?
Oh, please.
It's now?
No.
We have to.
Absolutely not.
I'm obsessive compulsive. I can't miss a day in the book. I'll lose it.
He can't miss a day in the book. Just read it. Go on.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
Go on.
Thank you. Everybody stay calm. All right. Our group conscience. Sometimes the good is the enemy of the best. I love that one. This is stupid as fucking shit. All right. I think these words apply to every... See, I'm like a fucking glutton for punishment on a daily basis with this thing, Alexis. But here we go. I think these words apply to every area of AA's 3 legacies: recovery, unity, and service. I want them etched in my mind and life as I trudge the road to happy destiny, or of happy destiny. These words, often spoken by co-founder Bill W., were appropriately said to him as the result of the group's conscience. It brought home to Bill W. the essence of our second tradition. Our leaders are but trusted servants. They do not govern. Just as Bill W. was originally urged to remember, I think that in our group discussions, we should never settle for the good, but always strive to attain the best. These common strivings are yet another example of a loving God as we understand him, expressing himself through the group conscience. Experiences such as these help me to stay on the proper path of recovery. I learned to combine initiative with humility, responsibility with thankfulness, and thus relish the joys of living my 24-hour program. All right, I've heard this quote, sometimes the good is the enemy of the best, and we settle for the good but always strive to attain the best. What do you think, Alexis?
That's a mindfuck to me. I don't get that.
Well,
maybe I'm stupid, but
I have a deep belief about this kind of stuff. And my belief is the opposite of what this teaching is. And it's the way we always did Dopey from the very beginning. When me and Chris started doing Dopey, and what it was if shit, you're okay. The hat's on straight. What the fuck?
my hat's not on straight. Or
It's
the
on
camera's
straight.
fucked up.
The hat's on straight. Totally on
All
straight.
right, go ahead.
If the show was okay, like if there was nothing in the show that was fucking bad, if there was nothing in the show that was like, ugh, that's not good, it was great. So my version of this is, if it's okay, it's great. If it's not bad, it's great. Like for me, I just don't want to have it's like, it's really hard to strive for great because I don't know. I strive for okay.
Yeah. I think it's really important to I try to see things very neutrally. It's neither good or bad. It just is. And so we do the best we can and then we let go.
Right. They're saying though, what I think they're saying, huh?
Yeah.
No, what were you going to say?
Go on. No. I want to hear what you think they're saying first.
What I think they're saying, it's just some like a little bit self-helpy. Like this book came out in the early 90s. So I have to think that when they say, I think in our group discussions, we should never settle for the good, but always strive to attain the best. It's just like, go for it.
Too much
like
pressure.
I agree.
Pressure. I will say I love the saying as we trudge the road to happy destiny, because I don't know, the last 11 years of my sobriety, there's been a lot of trudging. And there's just so much gift and perspective and clarity that comes with living life on life's terms. And again, getting to this state of kind of softening and being in full acceptance and the free fall that is life. And so, and at the end of the day, like, ultimately it is always for my highest and best good. There is always purpose in the pain. And it is always, it always works out for me, not against me. So yeah, it's really, I love that saying.
Me too, because I've been trudging, and the destiny is ultimately happy.
It is, as long as you have that perspective shift, which is like, that's what the point of doing the steps is like having a perspective shift on our lives. And
The great psychic change.
yeah, it doesn't change what is or what happened. It gives us the ability to see things differently. That's the gift of like a 4, 5, and 6. Anyway, great
Nice.
reflections.
Nice work. Very good, Alexis. So I say,
Thanks.
Dopey Nation, what do you guys think? You want to be best, great, okay, good? Are you trudging the road to happy destiny? Are you dancing in the moonlight or some shit? Leave comments, like the thing, subscribe. Howie, we didn't get Howie's perspective on this thing, and I always love Howie's perspective. So Howie, what's your perspective before we go?
I don't have any perspective.
Yeah,
This was too much. This was 2 meetings for me.
all right, get out of here. I don't know why I ask him anything. All right. Thank you, Howie. Thank you, Alexis. Stay strong, Dopey Nation, and fucking toodles for Chris.
Doodles.
Dopey, I'm face down on the floor. Dopey, please sir, can I have some more? Dopey,